Hey guys, Coach Maddie here. I wanted to review your InBody results and how to read them in just a little more detail with you in case you had any questions. So first thing up here is just our body composition analysis. This one's pretty straightforward, but we're looking at our total body water weight, our lean body mass, that's going to be our muscle and bones, and our total, also our fat mass, and then our just total weight. Down here is our muscle fat analysis. So what we really want to look at here, so here's our weight, our skeletal muscle mass, and our body fat. If you look at these arrows up top, so this arrow over here, this is going to be below average just for kind of total population. So when we look down here, we see this graph. So kind of depending on where this graph lands tells you where you are. So this is below average. This is going to be average, or your normal range that we're kind of shooting for. And then this is going to be above average. So you can see here, this person, they are in that good normal range for weight. Their skeletal muscle mass is above average, so that's definitely not a bad thing. And then their body fat is actually a little bit below, so that's great too. So in here, we kind of want to think of having a D shape. So we see here, there's kind of this D shape because we want our muscle mass to be, that graph to be further over than our weight and our body fat. Some of us, we might see more of a C shape right here. So that would mean our skeletal muscle mass is lower than we want it. So if we see more of a C shape here, we want to work on bringing that muscle mass up, so building muscle and bringing that body fat down and maybe dropping some of that weight as well. Down here, we're going to jump to our skeletal lean analysis. So this is, again, our muscle mass in different parts of our body. So the goal here is to have as straight of a line as we can in these graphs. Again, these mean the same things on all of these. This going down is going to be our below average, average, and above average. So if we're above average in some of this strength in our muscles, that's great, right? So we kind of want to fall in between this average, maybe above average range here. Some people, we might see that we are a lot stronger in our upper body versus our lower body. So if the graph is way over here and we're more at a diagonal this way or this way, that's going to tell us which part of our bodies we need to work on strengthening. Down here, this is taking our water weight, so our extracellular water versus our total body weight. So when we do that, we want that to be in between 0.36 and 0.39. That's a healthy range. If we're above 0.39, that may indicate that we're having some inflammation or some other issues that we may want to consult our doctor about. But this is kind of that healthy range we want to be in. Down here, you're going to see your body composition history. So the first time you do it, you're just going to have one dot. The more you come, it's going to continue to track all these things for you and where you're going. So ideally, right, depending on what our goals are, maybe if we want to lose weight, then we want to see this kind of going down. If we want to build muscle, we want to see this coming up. And if we want to lose body fat percentage, again, we want to see this going down. Up here, guys, this is our segmental fat analysis. So we talked about our lean muscle mass, our segmental lean mass over here. Now we're talking about our fat. So again, there's graphs here, same arrows here, below average, average, above average. We're all going to see that we have kind of probably most of our fat here in our trunk, just because that's kind of the biggest part of our body. Again, we just want to watch that we're not way above average here in any of these, and if so, we want to bring that down, especially in that trunk area, as we don't want to carry a lot of extra fat in our stomachs. Down here is our visceral fat level. So visceral fat is all of the fat around our organs. We want this to be below 10. Okay? If it's above 10, we may want to consult our doctor so we can make sure everything is good there and get some extra help if needed. Also, I skipped over basal metabolic rate. These are the number of calories you should be eating a day when you're at rest, okay? So if you're working out a lot that day, you can likely hike up those calories as well a little bit that day. Those are the biggest ones to go over, guys. If you have any other questions, you know how to get in touch with us later.